I'm answering your questions about how to get a job in tech and about TripleTen Coding Bootcamp. Have more questions? Put them in the comments. I am an Agile coach and trainer. Agile is a mindset, it's a philosophy, it's a way of working, and it values people and flexibility. It's originally in software development is where it's used most, but now it's being used in many other industries as well. I teach public workshops to introduce people to Agile ways of working. That's the trainer part. And I'm hired by companies to coach people and teams to improve how they work by adopting a more agile mindset. That's the coach part. What does that look like? I was hired by an organization and I noticed that the product owner for one of the teams would assign work to each individual engineer. So I coached that product owner to just present what needs to happen to the team and then to let the engineers decide who does what and when and how. This made the engineers happier because they got to own their work. They got to make their own decisions. Their expertise was being trusted. And the product owner was happier because they were freed up to focus on the product and their customers. What I do is pretty cool. I got into tech totally by accident. Right out of college, I became a flight attendant, and then I worked for a medical nonprofit while going to grad school to get my degree in library science. And then I worked in libraries, and I got laid off in one of the many beautiful recessions that we millennials are getting to experience. After that, I took a year off to work with animals. That was 2011, and right at the end of the year, I was contacted by a contracting company that had a contract at Amazon with their self-publishing division. So I accepted, and in 2012, I started working at Amazon. I was converted to full-time at Amazon and then ended up working on their taxonomy team and worked through the years at different tech companies in taxonomy and then eventually in SEO. And then in 2018, I became a Scrum Master, and that began my Agile career in tech. I don't have any formal coding experience. I've never been an engineer. I've never had the title of software developer. I played around with HTML when GeoCities was a thing. I've done some light coding in my work in taxonomy, but no formal education, no deep experience as a software developer. It's my personal philosophy that part of the role of a coach is really understanding people's roles so I can have empathy for them. The other part of this is I am an introvert, and my job is people all day, every day, and I love it. And it is draining. And the TripleTen program, the way it's set up, the work, the curriculum, the learning, getting to be alone and doing that was so soothing. At the time I signed up for TripleTen, I was working a part-time contract role as an Agile coach, in addition to a little Etsy side hustle. To my surprise and delight, I was hired on full-time at the company that I was coaching for. I tried to balance a full-time job and a side hustle and a coding bootcamp, but I got overwhelmed. I was overextended. I'm getting older. I turn 40 this year. I do not have the energy to be juggling all of these things anymore. Something had to give, and for me, it was TripleTen, and it had nothing to do with the program or the people. TripleTen is amazing, and I still recommend it as a coding bootcamp. It's great. They're not paying me to say that. Again, no sponsorship. It was just a lot with everything I had going on already, and I did receive a partial refund. I wrote an article, and I'll link it down below, on how to get a role as a Scrum Master, but a lot of the advice really applies to finding any role in tech. It is hard right now. Expect for it to take a long time. Expect to struggle. My advice would be to really get your foot in the door in some way. You will get the experience in a tech company. You'll be exposed to the culture, the vocabulary. You'll learn if working in tech really is something that you want to do. And if it is much easier to be hired internally. So apply everywhere. And I'll also link below. I've worked with 2 different contracting companies. Again, no sponsorship. I've just had experience with them. I will link those 2 companies below. We also have a twice monthly office hours with our Scrum Professionals meetup group. You don't have to be interested in Agile and Scrum at all. It is totally free. You can come ask questions, listen in to other people's challenges, and just meet some really cool, experienced people and have a supportive community. Link to that below. A huge thank you to TripleTen and the time that we spent together and the support I received. Again, I think they are awesome. And thank you to you for watching, and good luck out there. I recorded this whole video and forgot to turn my mic on. Let's try this again. And then what happened? I don't know. It's all a blur. And then in 2018, someone taxonomy things. It's not stuffing dead animals. 100% on all of the introvert tests. No room for extroversion. Get away, extroverts. And I did receive a partial credit. Hope to see you at office hours. Have a great day.